What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be joined by a bunch of people not on Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully that they're here tonight. It is the Mike and Mish Show. What's happening, Mike?
We got a bunch of unstandard son of a bees on this show tonight, and hopefully
unstandard.
They're unstandard. We standard. Eastern is standard, son.
Eastern Standard.
That's why when you watch a commercial, they say Eastern Standard Time. They don't go by any other time because this is the real time. It's the standard.
It is the standard. And hey, we got 4 guests for you guys tonight. We got the Golden Boy.
Yeah,
and he's coming on the show. Andrew Yates, the Golden Boy himself, will be coming on. He's a Golden Boy. He knocked a guy out in 19 seconds.
It seemed quicker.
Man, we're going to see Andrew Yates first to start off the night. Then we're going to welcome back Cap vs. the World. Cary Caprio is coming back. He's been out of action for the BKFC for I don't know how long. 16 months. 15, 16 maybe months since we saw him. I think it was June 2022 when he fought Tyler Randall. We'll get him on the show. He's going to be fighting Andrew Legend Strode, who is a 6-3 pro boxer, and Andrew Strode will follow Cary Caprio on the show tonight. And then we're going to round out the show with the guy who was supposed to be on last night, but there was a misunderstanding in standard times. And
he wasn't following the gold standard of time.
He wasn't
standard time.
The Golden Boy standard of time. Marcus Edwards will round out the show with us tonight. Mike, what the hell's going on?
Well, I was just looking forward to National Cheeseburger Day, which is September 18th. McDonald's is giving out 50 cents double cheeseburger. How about that one? You want to get some of them joints?
50 cent double cheeseburger?
Yep. Right off the rip. You go in, you say double cheeseburger.
What day is that?
And give it 50 cents. It's September 18th, National Cheeseburger Day.
They should keep that going for the entire
10 minutes.
They should keep that going for the entire week. Because at the end of the week, it is BKFC 50 and BKFC 50 cent double cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
You and I'll go to McDonald's and I'll buy fucking $40 worth of double cheeseburgers and I'll hand them out to people at the fucking arena.
They should collaborate on that. BKFC brought to you by McDonald's. BKFC 50 cent cheeseburgers.
Yeah. I swear to God, I'll bring a bag of fucking double cheeseburgers.
I mean, I don't give a damn shit about McDonald's too much, but I'll tell you, I will eat some
50 cent
McDonald's
sandwich.
Yeah, the McGurgles. Oh my God! Let me tell you about McDonald's, dude.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you guys know we're in the military, right? And last year, I decided, and actually, I didn't decide. I was voluntold. That's what we say in the Army when someone tells you to do something you don't want to do. I mean, it's not that I didn't want to do it, but anyways, there was a guy who looked lost, so I helped him out. He ended up being part of my platoon, right? So then he happens to be an ROTC cadet. So he is in school to become an officer, and I am an enlisted soldier, right? So I am a sergeant first class. Kyle, this guy, is master sergeant, right? We are not officers. You don't salute us when you see us outside. We're not, I'm talking like lieutenants, captains, whatever. So these kids are in high school. They're young kids and they're going to school. So now I have 5 of them. Okay. I said I would have 1. And now over the course of like 5 months, I ended up with 5.
Yeah.
Well, one of them, he's a young kid, real tall guy. He's like 6'2", I think, 6'3". He's tall. And we went for a run on Sunday morning. And when we got there, he left immediately. And I said, oh, where'd so-and-so go? And somebody told me he saw a Dairy Queen on the way in. We're talking.
Did he run to it
in the morning? Okay. No, he drove. Oh. So he left to go to Dairy Queen. All right. He comes back. We do the run. We do a 5K run for suicide awareness and prevention. We go back and I'm like, how was Dairy Queen this morning? He's like, oh, I didn't go to Dairy Queen. They were closed. I went to McDonald's and I got breakfast. And I was like, well, I thought you wanted ice cream. He was like, well, I did. I got a large vanilla shake. And I said, oh, really? And you got breakfast too? And he goes, yeah, I got a, this is what he ordered. And I believe him. He is a young, big dude. This is what he ordered. Okay. He ordered a meal. He got a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle with a hash brown and subbed out the drink for a large vanilla milkshake, right?
Yeah.
He got that. He got another hash brown, a sausage, egg, and cheese on a biscuit, 2 sausage burritos, and a big breakfast.
No way.
Yes. I added it all up. It was 4,060 or it's 4,080 calories he had for breakfast. And then he went on a run. He didn't do it after the run. He did it before the run.
And you said he's a 22-year-old lieutenant?
Yeah, he's like a 20-year-old ROTC cadet.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, dude.
That's crazy, man. Good for him.
4,060 calories, this son of a bitch.
Listen, when he's
I was laughing so hard when he was telling me.
Yeah, when he's a captain or a major 10 years from now and he's a fat fucking lazy bastard, he'll probably still be eating the same shit and not be able to do those runs no more.
No, I was like, why didn't you just do it after the run? You must have felt like shit because it was humid as fuck on crazy. Sunday morning. It was bad.
He was out there raising awareness for suicide prevention. Good for him. So anyways, hey, that was a crazy story. I don't know who that is, but I'll find out who it is tomorrow from you. And
no names.
Let's go ahead and bring our first guest on. We haven't seen this guy in almost a year, but he impressed the shit out of everybody. The first time he fought out in Denver, what the hell was it? Denver, 31? I mean, BKFC 31.
Oh, I have the little.
Either way, we'll talk to him.
I think it was 31.
All right, well, let's get him on here, man. He's the golden boy himself, Andrew Yates. Let's go.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Yo.
What's going on? Look at him in the gym right now, training.
My guys, I have a bunch of teammates getting ready to fight Friday night in Cortez, so they're just all cutting weight, and I'm just being a good team member, hanging out with them as they cut weight.
That's good. Hey, man,
I hope
that's
they didn't
cool.
just hear. I hope they weren't just listening to Mike talk about fucking 4,000 calories.
So.
Well, hey, man, like I just said when I introed you, you came on the scene back. What was that? BKFC 31? Is that what it was? I'm trying to think.
31. Yep.
Yeah.
BKFC 31, and you took care of your opponent in 19 seconds that night. Like Mike said, the knockout seemed a lot quicker than 19. I mean, that was like
I thought it happened
knockout.
before 19, but
yeah,
I think it did.
Either way.
10 count.
Okay, yeah, well, that makes sense now. You're back, but it's been 11 months since we've seen you in there. What the hell you been up to? What's been taking so long, dude?
I was gonna fight on that bare knuckle, the last one that they had in Denver, but we got a better. Well, we thought we had a better offer with a boxing show called TCL, Team Combat League. They offered like $40,000 for me to come out on their show, so I had to take it because that's a big chunk of change. It didn't plan out as good as they said. I was supposed to fight 160. I came in at 160. They had me at 179. So it was a mess. It was a mess, to say the least. I fought some guy at 179 pounds plus 4 pounds because they gave an allowance, and I was way underweight or whatever. It didn't plan out as good, and then that was the end of that show, and I said, forget that. Let's go back to bare knuckles. So I called up Ryan Perez, and he said, hey, yeah, we'll get you on, and here I am now.
Good old Ryan Perez. I'll tell you right now. So I saw that you fought for TCL.
TCL.
And when I saw that, I'm like, Team Combat League. Is that like where like 5 guys are fighting 5 guys at once? But then I looked into it and it wasn't, right? How does that work?
It was, well, originally there was supposed to be teams, and I got, I guess, recruited or drafted to the Philadelphia team. They called them Philadelphia Smoke, and then something about that, not all their team, the whole team, not only person who had medicals was me, I guess. And so it was a mess. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like, okay, we're canceling the Philadelphia team, but hey, you could go to the Texas team. So I went to the Texas team, and they're like, but you're only going to get to fight once, maybe twice. And I was like, it was such a mess. But it's supposed to be team boxing, and it's a good how would we say it? It's a good idea. They need to get someone who's like the owner of the show. He's junk and doesn't know how to understand anything other than money because he has a lot of money. but he doesn't treat fighters well. They still owe me around $33,000. So.
Oh, geez. Shit. Out of 40.
Hopefully they pay up eventually. I won't hold my breath or nothing. But
wow.
Yeah. So they hold a lot of people money and whatnot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a mess. It was a mess, but it was a great experience. I had fun. I met a lot of great people, so I'm taking what I can from it.
Well,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like remember that bare knuckle event that happened a few years back when Julian Lane fought Joey Angelo. Yeah, BK, and like people were getting like cars for fight bonuses, and the cars were getting repoed because they were never paid for and shit like that.
WBKFF.
So I guess it could be worse. It could be worse, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Checks could bounce. You get your car repoed. But anyways, man, you're back in the BKFC. And like I said, you impressed the shit out of everybody the first time. And now this time you're stepping in there with a guy who is extremely active for the BKFC. Christian Torres seems like he fights every 3-4 months for these guys. What are your thoughts on Christian? He doesn't have the greatest record. He's 2-4, I believe. But he has fought a bunch of fucking animals in there, and he's in there to bang every single time he goes in. So, what are your thoughts on your opponent, Christian Torres, and and his style and his approach to the sport?
Christian, I don't know too much about him. I know I met him at last bare knuckle when I was on 31, and he seemed really cool, down to earth. I really haven't watched much other than his last fight that he fought Brandon on. And, to me, I don't care who it is. I've said it many times. At the end of the night, someone's going to put to sleep. It's either going to be me or them. Somebody's getting on somebody's highlight reel. I just hope I'm on the correct side of the coin flip that night. And, I don't do a lot of studying. All I know is he's built like a shit house. He's freaking stocky as hell, and it's just ripped. Other than that, don't know too much about him, but I think it's going to be fun, and I know he's going to he's not going to fall on one punch, so he's going to make me put some work in, and I'm excited for that.
He's really worked at his physique, because I don't know if you said you don't do a lot of studying. Did you go back though and at least watch his fights?
Nah, I didn't do anything really. I just watched him on the last Denver card, and that was about it. I guess when he fought in the card where I met him on, I didn't even get to see his fight. I don't even know who he fought. I just know he was there. So
yeah, he so if you were to go back and watch his fight with Art Driscoll, which was his first fight, which was pretty crazy too, because I believe he got knocked down in the first round. This was BKFC New York 1, November 6, 2021, right? He goes out. I think he's losing the first round, I believe. And then in the second round, he comes out and knocks out Art Driscoll like right away. It was pretty cool. He wasn't like out of shape or anything. I mean, he was in decent shape, but he's totally different. Like he made a complete transition to what he looked like before. If you watch that first fight and see him now, he looks totally different.
Okay.
He does. Yeah.
That first fight, I want to say, was that 175? Mike? He was heavier. I think he was heavier, and like Mike said, he was in shape and he fought well and he beat Art Driscoll, but like you would say, maybe he was doughy at that time. Would you say doughy?
Right. Yeah, right.
Like me. And he was like me.
Yeah, and then he shredded it all off, and now he looks like Mike Hunold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he looks fantastic though. He definitely put a lot of work in since then.
Good for that guy. Good for him. Unfortunately, I don't feel like the body does too much, being shredded or not in a fight. So
yeah, no. He fought at 173, then he fought at 176 against Stanislav Grosu. So that was the highest that he went, 176. That's where, yeah. Okay. So he did fight at a higher weight.
Cool.
But like you said, he's fought tough opponents. He fought Josh Moreno. He fought Brandon Gertz, Tim Hester. These are all really tough guys. But we always talk about experience, and a lot of people I don't know if they take experience into factoring in as much as they actually should. In the main event for this upcoming card that you're on, with Camozzi fighting Lorenzo Hunt, I think a lot of people are just dismissing the fact that Chris Camozzi has like 50 fights and fought in the biggest organization in the fucking world and fought most of the best guys out there. but he's fighting Lorenzo Hunt. So a lot of people are like, yeah, but he's fighting Lorenzo Hunt. He's going to get fucking killed. I'm like, I don't know. Same with you. Like, you only have one fight in the BKFC, but you do have like a 12-4 pro MMA record, right? You fought a lot outside of the bare knuckle world. What's that?
I said something like that. I don't know my record, but I think it's like 12-4, 12-3.
Yeah. Tapology has 12-4, but you know how Tapology does. You never know.
We'll go with it. We'll go with whatever it says.
No, I mean, like, what do you think about that? Do you think that people dismiss the fact that you have so much experience outside of the bare knuckle world, and especially in MMA, where MMA fighters translate over into bare knuckle fighting a little better than the boxers have in the past? It's proven.
I think a lot of people don't understand that, like, you know, we're sparring every day too, you know. There's not much difference unless you're going to Slaughterhouse's camp down there where they're sparring each other with no gloves and shit, like whatever size gloves they got, like crazy shit like that. Okay, that doesn't happen very much, but most of these gyms are doing the same thing, you know, we're doing. You know, Lorenzo Hunt isn't doing nothing different than Chris Camozzi. I guarantee he's out there hitting mitts with his coach, you know. It's nothing. We're not changing anything up, using 10-ounce gloves maybe, other than 16-ounce sparring gloves. But you know, for me, I came from Vanderlei Silva's fight team. You know, that's where I moved to Vegas, trained on their amateur team, turned pro, became their pro 135 pounder, you know, and then was 145 pound pro, and for Vanderlei Silva. And at the time, our gym was known for just scraps. So, like, for me, you know, it wasn't a good sparring class unless someone was knocked out at Vanderlei. So this bare knuckle falls right into my game plan. And my gym that I train at, that I own and whatnot, we go hard every day. We're not in there pity patting. Like, when it's time to spar, if you're scared to get knocked out or you don't think you're skilled enough, don't even get on the mat. Don't even lace up, because it's a fight. It's a fight with my friend every day when we spar, and so the experience it's there. It might not be toe to the line experience, might not be experience wearing the boxing shoes, but we have the experience no matter what. And I think that's why Chris is getting that title shot. And that's why Kevin Crooms at 2-0 is getting to fight Tony Loco, who's 5-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin Crooms, he has a lot of experience. Does he deserve that spot? I personally don't feel it, but he has the name, but he has experience, and that's why we do get those shots. And but as bare knuckle grows, I think the bare knuckle guys are gonna just get these better records, and you know, they're gonna have to clean house of us MMA guys to make it what they want.
Yeah, I mean, coming from a gym, dude, and you mentioned Vanderlei Silva. Can you imagine if this sport was around 12 years ago? You know what I mean? Like, this seems like the sport that guy would have moved right over into and just fucking owned.
Oh, I guarantee Vanderlei would have. I've known him personally for years, and I think he would have. You know, I'm like, literally, when I say at that gym, we went hard as we could. I mean, I have stories of a gentleman, and if nobody knows who he is, they look him up. His name is Michael Costa. Michael the Pimp Costa, they call him. And he's just shredded. He's Vanderlei's main guy. And me and him sparred one 15-minute round with Dave Mazzani, Gina Mazzani's brother, refereeing us. But his glove came off, and he kept hitting me. And my glove came off. I was hitting him. So we were beating the shit out of each other with hand wraps on for 15 minutes because that's what kind of gym we were, and that's what we did, you know. And at Vanderlei's, that's why we were Gym of the Year, I think, in 2012, and we were on a roll. Like, we got Khalil Roundtree, who was originally from Vanderlei's. We just have if you look at the original OG team of Vanderlei's, out of 30 of us, at least 20 of us are still active, and at least 14, 15 of us made it to a big show. So, you know, we were putting in work, and we were beating each other's asses every day. And for me, I never changed my way when I moved.
That's incredible, man. Do you still talk to Vanderlei?
No, now that he's in Brazil, I don't talk to him too much. He'll like a post, I'll like a post. You know, he'll send Merry Christmas, I'll send Merry Christmas. You know, send me congratulations when I had my child, and you know, that's about it for now. But we all kind of keep in contact, but we don't really talk. You know.
Yeah, sure. Were you around for The Ultimate Fighter and Chael Sonnen and all that stuff?
Yeah, I was there for all of it. Yes.
Wanna now? All that? Oh man, that shit was so crazy.
And that's crazy. You remember the scene when Vanderlei and Chell and they got face to face and one of them took a shot and whatnot?
Yeah.
That is Vanderlei to a T at the gym. There's no joke about that. That's who he is. Like, I've seen him literally walk into the gym, point finger, and be like, "You get the fuck out of my gym. Me and you spar. You out my gym." And they just went at it. That's who he is. That's just who he is, and that's what we love about the guy.
Yeah. Wears his heart on his sleeve, man. The guy. So he would be like, "Hey, I got an issue with you. You come in here. We'll spar. When it's done, and we can continue on with our lives, and you can stay here." That's how he was.
Exactly, and that's actually why Michael Costa and I got in a fight too. We had a little. Well, I didn't know he knew.
Do they call that guy the Big Boss? I think I found him, the Big Boss. You said the pimp.
Yes,
Did they call him the Big
Costa.
Boss?
He's shredded, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was trained with I went over to Robert Drysdale's and was doing kickboxing with Mark Beecher, and he found out, and he took that as I didn't respect him or something, and yeah. Now it's a story I tell people, like, I learned to respect my coaches and let them know what I'm doing, because that was a long 15-minute round.
That's the best way to settle your differences, though, right? Like, if everyone's in agreement, when it's over, it's over.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right afterwards, he took me out back. He told me why he did it. He told me he was proud of me for hanging in there, not quitting, and whatnot. And we shook hands, and that was the end of that. And me and Michael Costa, every time I go to Vegas, I see him and whatnot, we just laugh at it. But it made me who I am. It made me a better person, made me a better human, made me a better fighter. Sparring Vanderlei all those times, people want to talk about getting hit hard. You've never been hit by Vanderlei Silva and said, "Oh, that was light." That boy didn't know what light meant. So.
Mike and I were deployed together. Did me and you watch Vanderlei and Brian Stan? Or did I watch that on 08 deployment? One of my deployments, I was sitting up at 3:30 in the morning, in the Middle East, in a dark room on a TV this big, watching a UFC event, and it was Brian Stan and Vanderlei Silva, when them two just they just beat the living shit out of each other until it was over. And I don't even remember if Vanderlei won or Stan won. I can't remember, but they kept knocking each other down. They were up against.
We did watch it there.
What year was it?
It was March 2nd, 2013. That is where
we watched it. Yeah, so we definitely watched it overseas. I remember that shit. That shit was crazy. But like you were saying, like, sometimes something like that makes a team stronger. And like, for example, like, everybody always talks about you get in a fight with somebody in high school and you end up being almost best friends with that person, right? In the military, when I was at AIT, we would have Tuesday night fight club, kind of, where when the drill sergeants went home, we had those little L-shaped flashlights, and everybody would wait till the drill went home. Everyone would get their flashlights out, and we'd get in the middle of the barracks. And if anybody had any beef with somebody, they would call each other out and then get in the middle of the floor, and we just hold the light up. And two people in the platoon would beat the shit out of each other for a few minutes. Then we break them up, and it was over, and everything was better after that.
That's what I mean? Badass. I like that. That's badass.
Yeah. So sometimes you need that kind of camaraderie in your camp.
Yep.
Oh, for sure. I wish we still could do that nowadays, but camera, phones, and whatnot. They get us all in trouble now because they instantly come out, and now we got evidence that we did something. So.
I know.
Everything's on the internet now.
Everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, man, we were excited to get you back on here. I mean, get you on here. We haven't had you on the show yet. I talked to you that night after you won your fight. We talked backstage briefly, but then you've been on this 11-month hiatus from the BKFC, and we were wondering if we were going to see you again. Denver is one of the fucking best places to go for a fight, and we're glad that we're going to be there live to see you back in action this time.
Well, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to get back in there. After this fight, I want to fight again. I don't want to lay off. I don't want that. Ryan is already talking to Nate and them. I want to fight December. I don't care the outcome. December, I want back in. I want at 55. We've talked about it, so I'll be at 55. Right now, literally, I'm probably at 63 right now. I'm already on. I've made weight. I'm on weight.
Nice.
So 55 is where I want to be. So.
I don't know how you hooked up with Ryan. Were you always managed by Ryan? But
no,
however Go
I
ahead.
was managed by First Round Management, and I love First Round Management. No, nothing against them, but they got way too many damn athletes, and they're more focused right now on WWE and the college football shit. And I wanted someone that was gonna actually manage me, not just kind of, throw me at them and give me a fight at 179 pounds when I'm walking at 170. No, don't be. And,
All right, yeah. What
that's
I
just
was gonna
Ryan.
say.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is hooking up with Ryan Perez in the bare knuckle world is probably one of the best things you could have done if you want to stay active, because Ryan will get fighters on these cards. He has proven that. It's like every single BKFC card has 2 or 3 Slaughterhouse guys on there, sometimes 5 or 6 or 7. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, he's a great dude. He's treated me with nothing but respect on everything he said he was going to do. I have nothing but great things about Ryan. And, me and him have a game plan. We're going to stick to it, and we're going to fight hopefully in December in Florida and keep on moving. And I'm not in bare knuckle. I don't want to win that championship. I mean, it would be cool to have that belt. But what I want people call me like the mini cowboy without the cowboy, because I'm always on the boat surfing, always out duck hunting, always. I don't give a crap who you put in front of me. I don't care your weight, really. If you want to bang, hey, I'm gonna fight you. Let's fight. If you want to fight at this hot tub, we could do it. But so a lot of people always call me like the little cowboy wannabe guy, but that's the legacy I want. I want bare knuckle to know, hey, call Andrew. We need a fighter next week. Call him up. Let's go. And he knows I'm gonna get on that damn plane. I'm gonna fly out there, make weight. I'm gonna put on a hell of a fight. I'm gonna come home, and then we can do it again in 3 weeks if we want. Let's do it. And that's what I want.
I love that, man. If do you do predictions or anything like that? Do you see this fight going 5 rounds? You see it ending early again? How do you see this fight playing out? No, we'll let you get out of here.
In a perfect world, if I could talk to Christian right now and tell him, hey, bro, just fall over and make it a lot easier. Just go in there, let me hit you, you fall down, we'll call it good. We'll go buy drinks later. But I honestly think me and Christian are going to beat the living snot out of each other. And I don't think I'm getting a KO bonus this time, but me and Christian, we're coming on with that fight of night bonus. I guarantee it. Watch.
Beautiful.
He's the perfect dance partner for it. So, hey, man, thank you very much for coming on here tonight. We will see you next week. Do you have any? Yeah, we'll see you next week. We'll catch you at the weigh-ins, and we'll talk then.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for everything, and thank everyone for helping me, man. Let's do this.
Later, man.
Take it easy, brother.
Thank you.
See you, bro.
Yep. There he is, Andrew Golden Boy Yates. If you guys aren't following him, all his social medias were at the bottom of the screen throughout that whole interview. That dude's awesome, man. He comes from a great camp, and he has a ton of experience. And like he just said at the very end there, he don't really give a fuck who it is in front of him at all. He's just down the bang whenever. So, and if you guys didn't see his first time fighting, it was BKFC 31. It was in Denver. And he knocked his opponent out in 19 seconds of the first round. And like he said, I think me and Mike both agree he knocked him down in like the first 9 seconds. And,
yeah, he knocked him down pretty fast.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy. But anyways, we got another fighter that's taken a long time off, even longer than Andrew Yates. This guy came out there last time we saw him, I want to say June 2022. He was fighting Tyler Randall. Randall was number 4, I think, at the time in their division. He had a hot name at the time. Nobody was really hearing Cary Caprio's name, but he went out there. He fucking did his thing against rookie Randall, and he showed everybody that he's there, and he's real. But he's been gone for 15, 16 months. So let's bring him on here. Cap versus the world, Cary Caprio.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How y'all?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Chilling. Got my daughter here.
Got your daughter. That's
right. That's the second appearance for her, I think.
Yeah.
2 times. That's awesome, man. Hey, well, it's good to see you. And like you just heard me say in that intro right there, it's been a long time. You came out there, you did your thing. Was that in Hollywood? Was that Hollywood, Florida?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was Hollywood. Okay, so that was back in June 2022.
Yeah, June 24th.
Yeah, it's been a long time, Cap. Where the hell you been?
I said yes. They called me. I don't know why. I think it could be a business thing. Maybe because, I'm not local and, bare knuckles not legal in Maryland. So, I guarantee you if I lost the fight, they would have called me back plenty of times, to get my ass beat in some home state or something. So whatever, it is what it is. They hit me up at least 5 different times. I said yes to every one, and then they ghosted me. So then there was some rumor going around that I couldn't make weight or something, and I don't know. But here I am. I'm back. So look to get back into action.
No, you are. You're back. You're not only back. The kid that you're fighting, Andrew Strode. We're going to talk to him after we talk to you tonight. I didn't know who he was personally. His manager hit us up to get an interview with him, and I went in and I watched some of his fights. This kid's a pretty skilled boxer. He's young. He's 24, 26 years old, something like that. 26, 6'3" pro. Very long arms for his height, but when I was looking at the two of you in comparison, he's only got a 2-inch reach on you. In a lot of his boxing matches, he had a significant reach on most of his opponents. I'm sure you've done a little bit of homework, or maybe not. I don't know. Yep, it's funny. We always ask you fighters, and like we just talked to Andrew Yates. We're like, did you watch it? I don't watch anything.
Yeah, I don't really study my But some people study everything. Some people don't study anything. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, I've definitely done my homework. I know this is definitely a good fighter, which is cool. I'm not out there fighting bums like a lot of these other guys out there. So I look forward to the challenge. Again, he's a real good, skilled boxer. So I got a good game plan for it. We're not going to talk about that. But, yeah, look forward to the challenge. Again, I don't fight no bums, so it's good. I want the tough fights. So I got a good, like you said, good, skilled boxer. His debut, I've had 1 fight in it, but like you said, he's got 9 professional fights. Tough fighter. Don't worry, though. We've done our homework. We're coming in. So.
I just recently heard something about you, which I thought was pretty cool. Are you being managed by Roberto Armas?
Yeah, he's under. I met him back.
Jackson Wink.
Yeah, he's good buddies of mine. But yeah, he's under Kevin Smith, Jackson Wink.
That damn El Gallo Negro over there doing his damn thing. He's beating people up inside the squared circle, and he's taking care of fighters outside of the squared circle. That's pretty badass of him.
So yeah, definitely. One thing in this business, you want some people that you can trust. Keep it straight with me. A lot of I don't need people blowing smoke up my ass or trying to do this or trying to do that. Just keep it real with me. And like I said, I've said yes to everything and every fight they've offered me. I've said yes. So it ain't my fault that I've been away for so long.
Yeah.
Like I said, part of it too is the business side.
Yeah.
Again, it's not legal in Maryland, and they don't want to risk, what happened, me going out there and knocking out one of their hometown guys they're trying to build up. So
I get that for sure.
I understand. It's cool.
Well, so let's rewind back to June 2022 when you were fighting Rookie Randall. Like you just said there, you were brought in for Randall to get another win, and they and then just they didn't do their homework very well.
Him being in the ring with me, even though he lost, he went up in rankings. Just being in the ring with me got him up there, and moved up in rankings. So
which is weird, but
no hate. I don't hate the guy at all. No hate for me. It ain't him. He didn't do nothing. It's like I said, it's all business, whatever. It's all cool. I'm not gonna expose them. I don't want to say too much that they go super blacklist me for exposing them. But for all the fucking casuals out there that sit on their fucking couch, that's never been in the game, boxing's a rigged sport. Everything's you got to work your way in there, just like me. I worked my ass in there, came in there, busted up a hometown guy they was trying to build up. They pushed me off to the side. Now they're giving me another tough fighter. I think this guy I'm fighting, I'm glad I got this guy, to be honest, because he's better than the other guys in the fucking rankings. I wanted the guys in the rankings really because they're much easier fights and they're ranked. So, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm a fighter, so I don't need these bums. And destiny is mine. Caprio means goat in Italian, so I'm about to go out there and claim what's mine. I'm gonna run through these rankings and just keep climbing them.
Yeah, man. It's good to have you back in there. Like I wanted to go back in that Rookie Randall fight. In that comment that I brought up on the screen there by Slaughterhouse Boxing, there it said that you got what you can't teach, the dog and heart. And you got dropped in that first round. He hit you real hard. You had a little swelling on the side of your face, but then you came back and you beat him up in the second round, and I think you finished him in the third round. And in that third round, you dropped him a couple 2-3 times in that third round before you finished him. You showed toughness, you showed skill, but you also showed the dog in the heart that Slaughterhouse is talking about.
Yeah, thank you, Slaughterhouse. Appreciate that comment. All the guys out there, Bryce Henry, Ryan Perez, HD Davis, man, everybody down there, man. That's where I started with the tryouts through them, and yeah, appreciate the comment. Definitely, I got a lot of heart, but my opponent too, he's got heart, but yeah, definitely the dog though. This time I didn't really with Randall, I felt he was going to try to grapple and whatnot, so I just boxed him. But yeah, this time I'm about to unleash the dog for sure.
And I know that you just said that you already answered a question that we were going to ask. I know are you still a cop, right? You're still active.
I'm a special police officer. Yeah, I work and I do private security as well. I'm doing that. I coach as well at the Mayweather Boxing in Alexandria and Strike Studio as well. So I'm just balancing, trying to find my groove in life.
But you stay busy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to ask you if you want to get right back in there, and I think you already answered that question. If you were to go out there and win against Andrew Strode right here, that puts you at 2-0. You already beat a ranked opponent. Now a win over him would have a win over a 9-fight boxing pro. Would you have somebody in mind, or would it be just a top 10? A top 5 guy, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, if I come out uninjured, I would like to get on that Bulkai Sanchai card and get that free trip, paid for trip to Thailand, ideally. But first thing first is worry about this fight. After that, sure, we could take an easier fight with one of these top 3 guys they got. But first things first is this, and then we'll worry about what comes later. I'm just trying. I would like to make fighting full time professionally. I'd like to just coach, fight, travel, go to places, and just train. Ideally that's my goal. That's what I'm working on, trying to set up for myself.
Somebody tag Nick Chapman. He's got somebody want to jump on that Thailand card. You know Nick Chapman?
Do you know Nick Chapman? He's like the consigliere over there in fucking BKFC Thailand for
I got David a lot of friends and family in Thailand.
He's like the president, basically, of the Thailand chapter of BKFC.
Oh yeah.
He's bald, MMA fighter. You used to call him the headhunter. He's a wild dude. He's pretty cool, man. He's the guy you want to talk to.
Okay,
if you want to get out there.
Make sure I get out
there.
Sure.
Roberto Armas is in the chat right now. Roberto, hit up Nick Chapman. Get this guy on the Bulkai fight. Card. Would you? Come on, man.
Yeah, win, lose, or draw. Get him out there. Come on now.
Yeah, I do some bare knuckle special rules out there. I fight Thai, fight whatever. If they want to do some bare knuckle MMA, whatever it is.
That's right. We talked about that last time. You trained out there for a while, right? Did you live out there for a while?
Mm-hmm. I was out there for a couple months.
Panda Banks and Jay Jackson.
Yeah. I don't know them personally, but I'm familiar with them. I believe he's at like Phuket Top Team, I think, or something. Yeah. But I was out in Chiang Mai at Hong Kong Muay Thai.
There's some crazy shit out there. Every single time we talk to somebody that lives out there in Thailand, they're like, you got to come out here for the next. TJ Chang's always telling us, you guys will live like royalty for a week on $1,000. Come on out here, man. Bring $1,000 and you'll be royalty for a week. And I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Same thing with Mexico, too. I was out at Tulum Muay Thai. It was beautiful out there. I just booked another trip out there to Mexico because it was 170 round trip. So I was like, yeah, I'm going. I was like, screw that. Let me go ahead and spend my last couple hundred and we'll go book that.
So, okay, let me ask you this question because you just mentioned Mexico. Where in Mexico was that?
There's a good training camp called Tulum Muay Thai. They're actually about to relocate by the end of the at the beginning of next year. But they're in Tulum right now, and again, it's Mexico, so it's dirt cheap. Round trip flight, $160.
Because I know like Mexico City is like 10,000 feet above sea level. Is it up there? It's not. It's low.
Yeah, no. This is on the Caribbean.
Okay. You're fighting out in Denver. Does the elevation do anything for you? Like, does it
worry you?
Do you worry?
I did my homework. I know
Yeah.
about elevation, and I've done my homework.
Okay, we always kind of ask that question, and most fighters say they don't really give a shit, but I feel like Mike and I went out.
I give everything. You know what I put into my body, the elevation. I do all my homework, and I got I've done what preparation life will, as much preparation as life will allow me. That's what I've done.
Yeah, I know that last time we were out there. I think Mike ran down to the car and then back up to the hotel room, and he was fucking gassed.
It wasn't that I was gassed. I could tell the difference because I run all the time. Like I ran today. This guy saw me down here. I was running today, and I run all the time. So from running down I was on maybe the third or fourth floor, running all the way down the steps out. I actually had to go to the ice machine is what it was. So I had to run across the hotel, and I was running because I was like, we gotta hurry up. And when I got back to the top, I took a few breaths, and it wasn't enough. Like normally I would be like, okay, take a few breaths, I'll be all right. And I felt like I had to take a couple extra breaths, and I was like, "Ooh, that was odd," Yeah, I could. Yeah, I know. That's feel the difference.
An advantage for him living out of there. All the local guys living in Denver, obviously they have that advantage.
Yeah.
Living out there, they grew up in high elevation training, so.
Right. Yeah, it's less oxygen. It's tough to breathe with no oxygen. That's what they tell me.
Yeah. Cap, man, you're back there and you got this really skilled kid. I watched about 3 or 4 of his fights today. He's fast. Do you see, I mean, without giving anything away, you see some holes in his game that you plan on exposing? Is that basically, generic question, but
yeah, I think, he's got tools that I don't got, and I think I have tools that he doesn't have. So plan is to go in there, use my tools, and try to keep him from using his.
Yeah, he's got that local crowd too. I don't know if you fought out in Denver before, but the Denver crowds are fucking nuts. And this fight card has a shitload of local fighters on there. It should be a fucking wild time, and the energy in the room should be good. So you'll be able to put your skills on display in front of a freaking nutty crowd. There was 9,000 plus in that arena last time we were there.
Oh yeah.
I know. I'm looking forward to the opportunity. It's a huge opportunity. Big arena, big crowd. With Lorenzo Hunt, Chris Camozzi on the card, it's definitely going to be a lot of eyes, a lot of viewers on it. So definitely got to take advantage of this and do my thing.
Absolutely.
After the fight, you gotta come out to Tom's Watch Bar for the after party and hang out with your boys.
Okay, yeah. We'll see what we got playing for sure.
Yeah, you gotta do it. We had a great time last time. I'm telling you, Denver is it's so awesome.
They're out for it, man. They're up for everything. Every single bar and restaurant we went into already knew that the BKFC was in town, and they were all fucking rip roaring and ready to go. As the sport grows, these cities are going to keep going fucking crazy. You and Roberto Armas come to the party afterwards. Yeah. We'll have a few drinks together. We'll have a good time.
Best after party there is.
Absolutely. You got anything else you want to shout out to anybody before we let you get out of here? We'll let you go be with your daughter, and then we'll bring on your opponent. You can listen to that one if you want.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it, Roberto, man, helping me out. Jackson Wink, Kevin Smith, taking care of me, getting me this fight. Kiana right here. Say hi to everyone. So, thank you guys for having me on, and I'll see you guys in Denver.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
buddy. We'll be out there next week. We'll see you at the weigh-ins, all right?
All right, cool. See you there.
Later,
all right,
man.
Take it easy. Later. There it is. Cap versus the world. 11-month hiatus from the fucking sport. No, not 11. 15, 16 months, right?
Yeah.
It was actually
June 22. Yep.
Andrew Yates that was out for 11 months.
Yeah.
So excited to see him back. I just remember how impressed everybody was at the arena the night when he made his debut against Tyler Randall. And Randall had some buzz about him, and he was very confident that week in the hotel at the weigh-ins. Tyler Randall, he had this real aura about him, and then he went in there and he dropped Caprio in the first round, and we're like, oh shit, it's gonna be over quick. He got up and then he started peppering fucking rookie Randall, And then he really started busting him up in the second round, and then he like really fucked him up in the third round. It was
when he got dropped right in the beginning. I was like, this is what's gonna be.
It was a stiff. I want to say it was a stiff left hook that fucking got him. It seemed like it got him right on the cheekbone or something because like his face started to swell a little bit on the side. Maybe it was on the jawbone, but he had like a little puck on the side of his face. But then he battled through that shit and he impressed everybody. And we saw him in the hotel after the next morning at breakfast, and super cool dude. I'm glad to see him back. He's going to be fighting our next guest, professional boxer, 6'3". Really long, sharp, fast kid. I'm excited to talk about it with him. He'll be fighting Cary Caprio, BKFC 50. Here he is, Andrew Legend Strode.
What's up? How's it going?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Chilling.
You good to go? There was a comment in here that I know people have seen already that you might not make the show. So hopefully everything is okay and you're not like here and you should be somewhere else, because we would not take it personal. If you had something to take care of, you take care of it.
Right. Correct. No, I had to come on the show. I'm ready. I'm ready for this 22nd. It's going to be fun. Fireworks. I know he came to bring his A game, and I'm sure I'm mine. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good fight for sure.
So we just talked to Cary Caprio, your opponent, and he's done his homework up on you. You probably have a lot more footage for him to study on. Yeah, were you able to find some decent footage to do a little homework on Cary Caprio?
Yeah, I definitely been doing my homework. He's a good, rugged, good fighter. He's MMA fighter and I'm boxer, but I know he can't bring his A game. MMA fighters, you can't never take nothing from them. You know what I mean? So I know it's gonna be a good fight, and I'm just ready, so hyped. You know what I mean? I've been doing my homework. I'm a boxer, so it's gonna be like different. Going into bare knuckle, but I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
What made you choose bare knuckle? Why did you say, you know what, bare knuckle is what I'm doing now?
Like I told my brother, I was like, no gloves, no problem. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter my whole life. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if gloves, not, or, you know what I mean? I want to show what I got, my talent. You know what I mean? It's just more the boxer. I feel like I'm more of a fighter all around. Any sport, ring, cage you could put me in, I'll do my best and come out top.
For those that are watching the show tonight and aren't familiar with you, how would you describe your style as a boxer? Would you say you're more of an aggressor, defensive, counterpuncher, punches and bunches type guy? What are you?
I'm more of like a elusive, fast, flashy fighter. Also, I got a lot of power, but I haven't been seeing that power lately because I've been fighting top prospects in boxing. You know what I mean? I'm not fighting, truck drivers. I'm fighting like real prospects. You know what I mean? So it's like.
I noticed that about your record because I was just at my son. I wanted to ask you this. I'll ask you in a minute, but my son just started boxing. And I was talking to the owner of the gym, and he trains a lot of boxers, and he was talking about when you look at a guy's record, you got to go like 3-4 layers into that record. Like the opponents might not have the best records, but they may have fought absolute killers. You know what I'm saying? When you look at your record, out of the 9 fights that you've had, 7 of them, I think, were undefeated fighters, right? That's what you're saying. They were all 3-0, 4-0, right?
Yeah, they're all undefeated fighters. Like I used to train at the Mayweather gym in Vegas, and I sparred also. Like when I was 17 years old, I sparred Terrence Crawford. I've been around the boxing game for a long, long time, since I was like 9 or 8 years old.
9 or 8. That was going to answer my question. So I was going to ask you, at what age did you get your start in boxing? Because my son recently showed interest. He's 8 years old. He said, "Can I box?" There's a really good boxing gym here in Connecticut called Whaling City. And I said, I'll call.
Ryan Reber? Do you follow the sport?
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, that's where he used to go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right. So at 8 years old, my son is like now getting started. So you just answered that. You started around 8 years old?
Yeah, that's a perfect timing because they got for me, I was in USA, so like they had USA boxing, and that was like the growth for it, like the growth for boxing to get, because I fought Shakur Stevenson, I fought B Hop, Christopher Colbert, like all these dudes that are world champions now. I fought in the amateur, so it's like we all raised up in like different national tournaments, USA boxing and all that stuff, Junior Olympics. So I've been around them several years. And also shout out to Nick Bushman, my manager. He got me through this because he was an MMA fighter, and I wanted to try this out. So I think this is gonna be a good thing for me because I love fighting. You know what I mean? And bare knuckle, it's more my gig.
Now let me ask you this: have you watched a lot of the BKFC? Have you watched a lot of that?
Yeah, I've been watching all of them.
All right, so you've seen other highly skilled boxers come on over, and not a lot of them have done great, right? Some of them have. Austin Trout did well against Diego Sanchez, and then there's a few, but like Paulie Malignaggi came over and failed miserably against Artem Lobov. You got Derek Finley that came over, who had this really extensive boxing pedigree, but he came over and he fought Caleb Harris, and Caleb Harris was like a seasoned bare knuckle fighter, and beat him up a little bit. Chop Corley against Reggie Barnett. Those are just some examples. How do you think your style will translate over to bare knuckle? And have you looked at those guys specifically to see what they failed to do when coming over to bare knuckle?
Yeah, I also have like a couple of teammates that fought on you guys' card. Mike Alvarado, he was also my teammate, and they've been giving me input, and also Corey Madden, also my old teammates, they all fight, so they've been giving me input, and I'm like a study of a fighter, like called him like Bruce Lee, so I like study everything, and I just feel like like it's different, but there's a way you can like manage it and add your strategy to it from boxing in a way, you know what I mean? So like I've been looking up all that stuff and talking to them, also getting ready. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna be ready.
So Mike and I have been covering this sport for about 3 years now, and at the beginning, there was a lot of like old, not old, but older fighters that have been around for a long time, like mid to late 30s that are moving over here. I absolutely love it when I see like this fight with you and Caprio. He's 29, you're 26. You're both extremely high level fighters. But at 26 years old, you're choosing to take the gloves off and come over and try this new sport. Do you think that this could be a long-term thing for you, or are you going to continue to, pursue gloved boxing and maybe still sprinkle in the bare knuckle at the same time?
I honestly want to make a legacy at BKFC for sure. You know what I mean? I feel like boxing it's a like different sport. You know what I mean? I want to like cement because it's a new platform, and I want to really cement my name in this while I can. You know what I mean? 'Cause boxing, there's millions of boxers, but not a millions of people that would do bare knuckle. You know what I mean? So I want to be ones you could look up and be like bare knuckle. Oh, Andrew Strode. One day, you know what I mean? In my near future.
We say it all the time because bare knuckle BKFC is so new. Circa 2018. You can come in here and win 3 good fights, and now your name's being talked about in your division. You win another 1 or 2 fights, now you're being talked about top 5, maybe even title shot. There is not many people, so you can get your name on that list with some really good fights and some good wins. You can get right up there quick. Like you said, boxing, and as Kyle talked about earlier, you go in, you start looking at people's records. They're so deep, some of them, and you're like, what's going on here? How come this person has, 31 fights, but I don't know anybody that's on this list? And, it gets really diluted. It's a diluted sport, and I really hope they fix that at some point, but who knows? They're into way far in the weeds now, but I think it's a good choice coming over to BKFC.
Yeah, definitely.
And you fall right into the group. Like I just talked about getting younger fighters. Slaughterhouse is in the comments right now talking about Bryce Henry. Bryce Henry, 22 years old. That kid is an absolute stud. And at 155 pounds, I have no doubt in my mind Bryce Henry is going to be a world champion. HD Davis at 145 pounds. I think he's 27 years old. He is fucking crushing that division. Yourself at 26, this is a 125-pound division, right?
Correct.
You got some killers in there, but you're very young and very skilled. Like it's pretty awesome to see the progression of the sport, pulling in guys like you guys, like setting a foundation for the young men in the combat sports world.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. I want to. Yeah, my name's Legend. I named that for not meaning like I'm the GOAT or nothing. I mean it like I'm a fighter and I'm always be here. No matter what. You know what I mean?
No. Andrew, Caprio's the GOAT. It means that in Italian, by the way.
Oh, it does?
He just told us that. We just learned that. I learned that tonight. The word Caprio means goat in Italian. So you're fighting the goat. Yeah. And you and then you saw his one bare knuckle fight.
Yeah.
The guy he fought, Tyler Randall, is a pretty good bare knuckle fighter himself, good scrappy fighter. Tell us what you thought when they offered you this guy, when they offered you Cary Caprio. Had you ever heard his name before? And what did you think when you watched this fight?
I actually didn't hear his name before, but once I seen his fight, he's pretty good. You know what I mean? Pretty strong. You know, like straight punch. He had great straight punches, and I can't knock him on anything. And I just feel like it's gonna be a good fight. I can't really base on what I see until I'm actually in the ring with him. You know what I mean? I could study, but it's every fight and every fighter is different to matchmaking. You know what I mean? So I know it's gonna be a good fight, and I know he came because this is my first bare knuckle and this is his second. So I'm sure he's experienced and gonna be relaxed. You know what I mean? So just be ready.
Yeah, I mean, he did fight. He fought that one time, as we just said, but it was a long time ago. It was a really long time ago. So I feel like this is like, he fought the one time, but he's probably forgotten about a lot of that experience at this point. I can imagine. And he's done some boxing since then. We had a question in the comments. It's Slaughterhouse Boxing. Ryan Perez. He was wondering how many AMI fights that you've had in boxing.
I was a 12-time national champion in USA boxing. I had 175 amateur fights.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So I've been fighting every week. Every week. Yeah. I won like silver gloves 3 times, Junior Olympics 3 times. Like I really fought like good, great people. I used to spar with Teofimo Lopez back in City Atlantic in Las Vegas all the time, and used to train with Bullet and Rolly, or if you know him, Rolly Romero from boxing scene.
I don't.
He fought Gervonta Davis.
Okay.
A couple fights back.
Wow, man, that's very impressive. Yeah, people in the comment section are kind of blown away right now, and you could be like a fly under the radar, star in the making here for the BKFC. So, and a win over Cary Caprio, like we just said, Cary Caprio beat a ranked guy in his debut fight, and then take this long time off. So he impressed everybody in the first one.
Yeah.
To go out and get a win over Caprio would be a nice little step in the door for the BKFC brass for sure. And when they see numbers like you just threw out and names that you just threw out, I would imagine they want to get you on these cards more often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially they go to Denver pretty often now. Denver is like one of the main stops. It's Florida,
this is the
Albuquerque. Yeah. Florida, Albuquerque, and Denver are kind of like the 3 hubs right now. So
yeah, I love every time you guys come down. I love to fight here. You know what I mean? Or go on the road, because I used to be called, like in boxing, in Colorado, they used to call me the road runner, because I'll be the only ones fighting on the road at other people's promotion. All the undefeated fighters.
Man, I'm impressed by what I'm hearing here. Did you go to the BKFC 41 or 31, either of the last two that were out in Denver?
Actually, I was not the last time that I was in Denver because I lost my ex and my son in a car accident. So last year, so I wasn't really like in the fight scene like at that moment.
Wow.
But wished I would went. So,
wow, sorry to hear that, man. Wow. You got a lot. You're an interesting character. You're an interesting guy here, man. Holy smokes.
Such a young age, man.
Yeah.
We gotta get a hold of the BKFC and tell them to do a deep cuts on you real quick.
Yeah.
A deep cuts on a debuting fighter. You know, it's unheard of, but I feel like you got a good story behind you for sure, dude.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean, BKFC 50. It's next week for everybody that's wondering. He's taking on Cary Caprio in the 125-pound division. Are you a predictions kind of guy? How do you see this fight with him and you going? Do you see it going long?
I don't believe it's going long. I can't. This is what I dreamed about. You know what I mean? I dream about every night getting this win. And I know he's gonna come and bring his A game. You know, he's strong. I could tell he's strong puncher. So I just feel like this is gonna be a fight of the night. Even none disrespect to any other fighters, but I feel like this is gonna be the fight of the night.
Holy smokes, Mike! We've had 3 guests on, and 2 of them have told us that they're getting the fight of the night.
I know. I do love to hear that because you do like you hear people say they're going to be in and out. Don't pay us by the minute. Get a quick knockout. But when you hear someone say you're going to have fight of the night, man, oh shit,
definitely.
Fireworks.
Every time I fight on the card, I bring a show. It's going to be a show, definitely.
Well, I saw before we let you go here in a minute. I want to tell people, go to Andrew's Instagram. I think it's like the 5th post down or something, and it's you hitting mitts with the money team. There's that Roger Mayweather.
That's Floyd Sr. That used to.
Is it Floyd Sr.? So, man, you were hitting those things like it. You go watch it, right? Everybody, go watch it. You get to see what Andrew can do, just a little snippet, and then maybe go look up some of his fights if you can find some. But I saw that today. I was looking through and I was like,
it right over.
Oh, I was like, holy shit. I sent it to Kyle and he's like, wow, that's impressive. You can tell. Sure. And I hear this all the time. People are like, well, that's how that person looks hitting mitts, but how do they look in a fight? You know what I mean? However, I've seen a lot of people hit mitts, and I don't train boxers or anything, right? So this is from my fan's eye, but I've been watching for years, and I can tell when somebody knows what they're doing and when they don't know what they're doing, man. And it looks like you know what the fuck you're doing. You know, not anybody can just walk in and hit mitts like that. It's just not going to happen. Hit pads. Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. And also my dad used to train me and say hard work is never easy. So I always take that to heart.
Wow.
Yep, that's right.
Everything we've heard tonight from you and your opponent is got us really excited about this fight. I want to thank you for coming on tonight and thank your manager for reaching out. I hope everybody in the comment section that's watching right now has a good idea of what the hell they're about to see next week with you and Caprio in that squared circle, because should be a fucking show, my friend. Thank you very much for coming on here. Do you have any final words you want to shout out before you get out of here?
Just see everybody in Denver and bring your popcorn because it's gonna be a show.
Hell yeah. Mike, you got anything for him?
Nah, man. Thank you so much. We will catch up with you and do an interview face to face when we get there, man. Can't wait.
Okay. See you there.
Later.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Wow, dude. That is impressive. 175 AMI fights, 12-time national champion. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And it's funny how Ryan Perez in the comment section knew, you know what I mean? Like, he knew this kid's coming from Colorado in the USA boxing scene. This kid's got
he looks fast as hell.
Yeah, he's got
just a little snippet. I know it's not much, but when you
see, he's 5'7", Dude, he's 5'7" with a 74-inch reach too, and he's got some power behind those long arms. So it should be a hell of a show at BKFC 50. Our next guest, who is going to be in the featured fight of that night, he made his debut against Jay Jackson at BKFC 41, and finished Jay, a very tough Jay Jackson, in the first round. Jay was just coming off a fight in Virginia, looking great. Came in and took on Bad Intentions, and this guy in front of his hometown impressed everybody. We talked to him afterwards, and we're excited to talk to him again. Here he is, Marcus Edwards, Bad Intentions himself.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Yo,
what's going on, man?
Just getting done putting in some work. Hit some mids. Went through a Shark Tank. Feeling like a fucking animal. Excuse my language.
That's all right.
That's all right. We're not censored on here for. There you go. I was trying to get you over there, and you got to be the big center of attention here on this show. Nobody wants to look at us.
Yeah,
but
see our faces.
Yeah, you heard the intro right there, dude. You came out there in your debut for the BKFC. You got a ton of experience in your MMA career, and in front of your hometown in Denver, Colorado, you came to scrap that night. And we talked after talk about your first experience in the BKFC arena, coming over from MMA.
Hey man, like shit, that's my home right there. Bare knuckle, like that takes me back to the streets. That's where I come from. Anybody that knows me knows, like, they know about me. I go home and I have a reputation. So being able to get in there and like walk out and like be like, yo, I'm just throwing straight hands with this guy, like the energy that was vibrating through my body. I mean, obviously you guys saw the just walk forward, let's get after it. I wanted to go in there and play the game and, fill it out. But, he said some shit to me the day before. It was like, I told him, I was like, man, your MMA career wasn't that great, man. I'm the better fighter, just getting in his head. Like, I'm the better fighter here, what are you going to do? And he was like, yo, don't bitch out tomorrow when I punch you in the face. This is my world. I was like, bet. So on my walkout, it just consumed me. Like, show this motherfucker who you are. Be in his fucking face and don't give him no oxygen. And that's what I did.
You know what's funny about you saying that about Jay? Jay is he was like definitely trying to get in your head, because he's the nicest fucking goddamn guy I think I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, he's so nice.
He doesn't seem like he has a mean bone in his body. So when you say that, like, it makes me kind of like chuckle on the inside, because I know Jay like really had to try hard to fucking say something like that.
Oh yeah, he said some cheesy ass shit too, like, well, I got all the muscles.
He's funny. He's funny. Jay's a great guy, man. But
don't help your chin, man.
Yeah. So you got it. I mean, like I said, we talked to you that night. You told me after that, you said, you know what? I love this shit. I come from the streets. You said that in the post-fight interview, but you also said, I think I'm not here just to participate. No. I want a belt. I'm gonna come in here. I want to say you said like line them up and let me knock them down until I get that belt. The same mind state right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, line these boys up. Like, I ain't looking past nobody. Obviously, I'm a veteran, man. I've had 30 plus fucking fights. I've jumped in there with the best of them. My debut as a pro fighter was against Justin Gaethje. I fought some legends, Pat Healy. I fought a lot of dudes, man. And so I feel like I've been blessed with a fresh start, a new record, with that mentality of the grind that I've already been through, and being able to take that experience and put it to work right now. It's parallel to none, man. I mean, my energy is ridiculous. My movement and my footwork to my hands, working with my coach, with my hands and my movement. It's just been, you guys are going to see this. The last fight was impressive, but this fight, I have something for this boy, especially since he's been talking. I like to be nice and respectful. Everybody puts in that hard work, and I respect everybody. I'm not going to not respect him, but I'm coming in there with a little bit of, a little bit more fury. I want to put this guy down really bad. So we're going to come.
Marcus, he was in the comments.
I was going to say that.
We thought we were going to be talking to you last night. I don't know if there was a misunderstanding with time zones or whatever, but yeah, we didn't end up talking to you last night. He was in the comments last night saying, like you just said, he said he's gonna wipe you like a splattered bug on my windshield. I said something like that.
He said a couple of things for sure.
Yeah,
he was waiting for you to get on so he could talk a little trash. So.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, dudes that talk like that don't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna splat you like a bug. Come on, buddy. Like get out of here with that shit. First off, like I said, I respect every fighter, but once he stands in front of me, he's gonna feel me and he's gonna understand. I'm gonna show him what a real man feels like. You know what I mean? His last dude fucking didn't throw one strike at him, talking about something. I finished him in 20 seconds. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I like everybody, but people don't like this dude. I have people in my comments that train with him, sending me videos of him, talking about how he's disrespectful, disrespecting his kids. They want me to whoop his ass, sending me screenshots and stuff that he's saying. I mean, I've never had so many people hit me up that I don't know asking me to beat the shit out of this guy. So I have a duty to do. Like, I have to put my hands on this boy and teach him a lesson. He's been acting out of character with people. You know, you got to sometimes you come sideways, you got to get straightened up. And I'm typically the guy to do that. So hello, I'm here. God put me in your reason, baby.
That's fucking awesome. That's good. That's some solid shit right there, man. You got some Mr. T flair with the show you what a real man feel like. You know what I'm saying? Come sideways, you get straightened up. I like that.
Yeah. You know, he's over here talking about splatting me like a bug, man. Look at my career. Who has ever beat me up? Let's just be real. Look at this guy's career. He's trash. I'm just telling it the way it is. He's trash. They put some trash burger guy in front of me, and I'm about to show him why he shouldn't be in there with the big leagues. Go back to Disneyland and have fun over there at your little backyard gym and be the tough guy and treat people like shit because you have muscles. You coming over here, this is some real shit. This is some experience over here. This ain't no, walk in the park. I'm gonna come in here and beat this dude up. If that's what he thinks, he has another thing coming.
So do you think this will be easier than Jay Jackson?
I don't expect it to be easier. If it is, then it is. I expect a war every time I go to fight. I expect to go swim out into the middle of the ocean and stand on this guy's neck. Every time I go out there, I fight like that. I don't expect nobody to be easy. I hope he comes with everything he has. I hope he comes with his best, so he don't have no excuse. So when I take his soul and I put it in Pandora's box with the rest of them, he doesn't have no excuse. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna walk out of there. I'm gonna take a piece of him. Once I take that piece of him, he's gonna know what a real man feels like, and he can understand that saying.
Marcus, is it? Oh, no, go ahead, Mark.
So I was on his Facebook page, and he said, my first BKFC fight ended in 20 seconds. I'll be impressed how long Marcus can hold out.
Somebody literally, I had like 4 people send me a screenshot of that. That are his friends. That follow him, not me. Like, dude, you have to be a bad person for people to be trying to like show the person that's about to beat your ass this shit to like get you to beat him up even more.
Get you amped up, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm over here just look, I'm having a good time. I'm here. There's shit that happened in my life. I could not be trained. I wouldn't be training right now. My career could be over. So I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna put my hands on this boy's mouth and we're gonna find out. You know what I mean? I come with a different type of energy. I come with a different type of power. I'm quick, I'm strong, and I'm big as shit right now. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's in for a rude awakening. I hope he's ready because I'm coming. It don't matter what he come with. No matter how he come. He just needs to know that I'm coming. Like, that's a fact.
In the comments, TJ S. Laxton is asking who you're fighting. He's fighting a guy named Michael Mano. Is it Mano or Mano?
I think it's Mano.
Mano. So Michael Mano, he fought on the New Orleans card, the New Orleans card that Alan Belcher
BKFC 36
fought Arnold Adams, right? The same card. I cannot find that fight. I tried to find it on the app. I don't know where the hell I never saw that fight, and I wanted to watch it. What's up? It's trash.
The dude that he fought, trash. Look at his record up, trash.
Frankie Schugert.
If you beat that guy up the way you beat him up, then you're trash. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's just funny to me how guys get out of pocket and start talking. You know what I mean? I'm the biggest fight he's ever had. I'm the best fighter he's ever fought. So for him to be disrespectful, I got to teach him a lesson. That's just the way it goes. That's the way it goes in the sport. You got to play a role, stay in your fucking lane. You know, you get in there, you put in work, you do a good job. Hey, good job, man. Nothing but respect. You step out of line and you be disrespectful, especially when you got a record and a career the way you have, and you're fighting a dude that, you know, is 100% better than you. I'm not talking shit. That's just the facts. Look at the statistics, you know, and, you know, you want to step out of pocket and try to act some way. Go ahead, act out of character. I'll go ahead and show you why you shouldn't.
Now, let's get back to your mission, your mission here with the BKFC. Are you continuing your MMA career, or is the MMA career on hold right now and it's 100% focus on a title in the BKFC?
I'm putting MMA on hold. I love this shit. I mean, I'm telling you right now so I've been doing MMA for like 12 years, right? I haven't felt that energy of being like excited and like in a long time. Like, I'm an adrenaline junkie. Like, I want to be on the verge of death. You know, I want to feel alive. I don't feel alive in my everyday life. I feel alive. You know, when I went in there, I started fighting. I felt that.
That was a great card to feel alive too. That card was
that card was amazing.
Like, I felt that. Like, let's fucking get this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm addicted. When I say I'm addicted, like straight. Like, I told this dude in his last podcast, like, you know, you guys can probably relate. You guys got some time under your belt. You know, you've been in love with something or somebody, and that energy that just grows inside of you, like it's like an addiction. You want to just find out everything about that. You want to just harvest it and hone in on it and figure it out. Like, this is how I feel about this sport right now. Like, I have a whole new everything about me. I'm excited. Like, I want the belt, and then after I take the belt in my weight class, what's next? I can go up a weight class. I can go down a weight class. I fought at 155 my whole career. I can fight at 170, 185. Like, you know, the sky's the limit for me once I'm there. So, you know, I want these opportunities, man. I want tougher fighters. You know, like I said, I don't care what my opponent says. No disrespect to him, because that's just not my character. But I want tough guys, man. And I don't feel this guy's, you know, he's tough in his own right, but he ain't the toughest. I want the toughest. You know, I want the guys that are going to come fucking smoke my face. You know what I mean? I want dudes that are going to be hitting me with everything they have. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Jay Jackson, everybody's like, oh, this dude's great. This dude's great. Look at him. He didn't even rock me. Didn't even do nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, I walked straight through that guy. And, you know, I should have put it away earlier. You know, fight goes the way it goes. You know, he's a tough dude. He got up 4 times. You know, they said I dropped him 3 times. That first time he went down. Him and I knew what was good. We saw each other's face. So, you know, he got up 4 times, or he got up 3 times. The 4th time he stayed down. You know, good for him. But, you know, I want tough dudes, man. And I want to go to war. I want to be bloody. I want to feel the pain. Like, I want to feel every aspect of this sport. You know, God willing, I go in there and smoke everybody, and I don't. But if I do, that's what I want. I'm a fucking dog. Like, if you see me in the gym and you train with me, you understand. Like, I'm a dog. You know, come after me, man. Don't play games. Don't play games.
Right there in the comments, Nicholas Bushman says, I've known Marcus for a long time, and in the gym, he looks more focused than ever. What you just said really matches right up to that comment right there by Nicholas Bushman. This fight is at 175. Was the fight against Jay Jackson at 175, or was that 185?
It was, so I was supposed to fight at 185. This is so this is weird. Everybody knows, you know, people go through shit throughout fight camp, right? Like, that fight camp, I was supposed to fight at 185, so I stayed like 210 for a long time. So I had a pretty tough weight cut because, you know, a couple weeks out, they're like, hey, this is 170. This fight's gonna be at 175 against this person. This happened, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, all right, bet. You know, I have a 5-year-old daughter. You know, she ended up getting sick. I ended up getting sick. You know, the last week of my fight camp. So 3 days before going to cut weight, I'm in the ER until 2-3 in the morning.
Oh my God. What the
fuck? Having 105 fever. We're both sick, just sitting in. I'm like, dude, I got to cut weight in a little bit. Like, it was, I mean, not only that, man, I lost a childhood friend. You know, shit comes in threes. You know, some other stuff happened, and like, it was like, dude, everything's against me. But, like, I'm a vet, man, and I'm a dog, and I really showed myself, a lot that fight, going in. Like, there was a lot going on in my life, in my personal life, and just to shut that shit out and, bite down and not worry about fucking being sick and not being able to breathe. Like, not worrying about none of that and just biting down and showing the fuck up and showing the fuck out. That was, that just goes to show, like, that veteran shit right there. And, You know, back in the day, I would have probably been like, yo, man, I'm sick. I'm antibiotics. Like, I'm going to pull out. You know, I ain't about to, you know. And now it's like, shit, you know, I'm going to go in here and throw these fucking hands.
Yeah, seize the day.
Yeah.
Got to. You have to.
So this time around, the fight camp is a completely different feeling then, right? Everything's going well?
So different. I mean, you're going to
Look
see
at that group right there. Look at those guys.
You're going to see it in my body. You're going to see it in my you're going to see me in my movement. I mean, that last fight, I was flat-footed. That last fight, I just walked that boy down. You didn't see nothing. Nobody saw nothing. You know, you guys didn't see the fighter that I am. You guys just saw the animal that I am. I can be a big boy and come forward. I can fight like a small guy and be super quick, fast, and pick my shots, you know. It depends on the fight or which person you're going to see. I don't even know who's going to come out. But when he comes out, he shows out. That's a fact.
Hey, Marcus, you said that you've been fighting. You were doing MMA for 12 years. You're 34 years old. Now, do you mean fighting pro 12 years, or did you start MMA at 22 years old?
I went 11-0 as an amateur when I was 21. That was about from 21 to 22. I was an amateur. I went 11-0, and then my last however many
16
years
fights or 20 fights.
Wrestling. I've been wrestling since I was 6 years old. Greco style. I've been boxing since I was in 4th grade. I mean, I've been doing judo and jiu-jitsu. I'm a brown belt in judo. I'm a 4-stripe brown belt in jiu-jitsu. You know, everybody that knows me knows my athletic ability. Everyone, you know, I mean, I've been around. You know, I don't need to say these things. You know, but this is a new fan base, new people. You know, like I'm a vet. You know, this ain't nothing new to me. I'm like, him talking ain't gonna rattle my cage. If anything, it's just gonna make it worse for him. You know what I mean? So he has to live up to the things he says. So that's the thing. I watched one of his MMA fights. One of my buddies like pulled it up. Was like, dude, this is the guy. This is the guy they gave you. And he showed me him getting beat up on the ground by some dude with a shitty ass record and they fought twice. You know, he's over there getting ground and pounded, tapping out. Like, who taps out? Like, bro, take the L. Like, you know, go to bed, fight back. You know, you're in tap out to strikes. That's how I know you're mentally shit. So, you know what I mean?
Wow.
When I'm in your face, you're taking. I don't hit like a little baby. I don't hit like a little boy. I don't hit like a grown man either. I hit like an animal. You know, when I hit you, I'm trying to take your soul. I'm just letting you guys know right now. This fight, you guys are gonna look at each other and be like, "Yo, 187, should we call the cops? Because this boy just got murdered." I don't feel comfortable right now. I do not feel comfortable right now. We better report this. I don't want to be accessory after the fact. Like, let's chill.
See, I had to ask that question because when you said I've been in MMA for 12 years, I looked at your age and I'm like, wait a second, this dude has to have been in combat sports since he was a kid. But you just answered that question. Yeah, since you were 6 years old. That's fucking awesome, dude. And you know, this card, BKFC 50, has some bangers on it. And talking with you tonight, talking with the do you know the kid that was just on, Andrew Strode?
No, I caught the last little bit. You know, you guys talking about him hitting mids and, you know, whatnot. I'm not sure. I've never seen him fight. To be honest with you guys, I don't even watch fighting, man. I just can't watch it. I got to stay away from it. I do it every day. So I don't watch anybody unless it's like my teammates and stuff. But I stay away from it. I'm like a real energy driven person. And, you know, it's just watching fights puts me in a certain state. But, you know, I just got to, you know.
Speaking about, you know, you got to stay busy outside of fighting too. Do you teach concealed carry classes?
Oh yeah, no. I'm sponsored by one of my buddies. Actually, he's become one of my really good friends. I'm actually going out on Saturday with Chris Camozzi. We're going out there and going to be doing some stuff. But yeah, him and I are working together. He's been training me on, you know, doing some breaches and movement while, you know, doing some, you know, some tactical stuff. And it's been really fun. I'm going to be working on the defense side of things, hand movement, you know, being able to fight, you know, somebody off with, you know, if they have a gun or a knife or whatever it is. So yeah, we've been working on getting some stuff put together, and I've been dibbling and dabbing on that side of the world.
Nice.
really big passion for self-defense, you know, for safety of firearms and, you know, whatnot. So being able to link up with him, it's been really awesome. It's been kind of slow because I've been really busy, you know, focusing on this fight. And, you know, I knew they were coming back around. So I just been mentally putting everything towards this. And, you know, but yeah. It's been fun.
I happen to run across that on your Facebook page, and the way I read it, I thought you were like teaching classes and like way into like concealed carry and teaching people and giving people licenses and stuff like that.
What we're doing, his name's Brian Bentley. You know, he has his own company, but yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to be out there doing on Saturday.
That's awesome.
With Chris Camozzi. We have be a couple students out there. We're going to be doing some photography, getting some, you know, videos and whatnot. So yeah, you know,
I wish it was next Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, you brought up Chris Camozzi, and last time we talked to you in Denver, you guys were hoping for the clean sweep. You might be able to go for that one again. You and Camozzi got the wins last time. Cuddly Bear was too tough for his own damn good that night. Like, he lost, but he won. He won everybody's heart that night because that guy's got a granite chin, and he was taking punches from a fucking bona fide monster that night.
And I think their weight difference was like 60-something pounds. It was ridiculous.
It was fucking Big Ben. Rothwell is a monster of a human being. He's a massive human being. And in that fight, Josh was catching him in that first round. He was fucking cracking him. Yeah. And then in that second round, Ben got that big fucking mitt on the back of his neck, and he started rocking the fucking clinch.
Got carrying all that extra weight, man. You know.
Yeah, hanging it on his neck. It was crazy.
I'm tired just thinking about it.
On him.
Yeah, absolutely. You got all you guys back on there.
You went to the after party too. That was awesome.
That's right.
You came I think I have pictures of that. Shit, I should have brought those up because I had that one of us after the fight after Kyle interviewed you.
Yeah.
And you were at the after party too, and I'm pretty sure I have some pictures. I should have friggin' remembered that before and brought them up.
I wasn't able to stay long. Like I said, I was sick. So I was like, I want to show face and say what's up. And people are trying to buy me drinks. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll drink one, but I'm like, I need to go get in bed. So
we'll see you at the next one, right? The next one, BKFC 50.
Be able to hang out and have a good time and stay out longer than 45 minutes. But yeah, I was dying. Like my girl was like, no, just go and just gotta, you know, just show face. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
Good times, man.
And I'm like head over heels for this sport, and I want to take over, man. And I hope, you know, BKFC is watching, listening. Like, man, throw me some fucking dogs, throw me some animals, man. Like, let's put on some shows. You know, I'm coming. Everybody knows. There's one thing you're gonna know about Bad Intentions. If you don't know something about me right now, don't blink. Is one. Two, I bring the fight. It's a fight from bell to bell, and that's a fact. It ain't gonna be no you lay on me, I lay on you, we dance around. No, we fighting, and that's what I do, and that's why they call me Bad Intentions, because I'm coming for your soul.
Marcus, you're if you're making a living in that 175 division, if that's going to be your home, you got a win over the number 4 fighter right now in that division, Dakota Cochran. Long time ago in your MMA career, you guys scrapped. He sits at number 4 in that division right now. You got Doug Coltrane number 2, Mike Perry number 1, and you know, Dave Mundell at the top with the belt.
I'll line those fuckers up. I love Dakota Cochran, man. We had a great fight. He's a good dude, man. I really enjoyed that fight with him. I mean, it didn't last long, but I mean, he came out and I came out. We just met in the middle, and you know, fortunately, I was the one standing and he wasn't. So, you know, like, but the one thing is he's a good dude. He's a good sport, and you know, he's no slouch, and you know, he's Chris Camozzi had already known him before I fought him. Like I said, like I've been with Chris Camozzi since I started. So me and Chris Camozzi being on the same card right now, like the last fight and this fight is just like that much. Like I'm like Chris's biggest fan, just because like I'm not only like his friend, but like I see the work he puts in. I've seen where he comes from. He has the same mind street mentality as me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm able to click with him like, yo, let's go fucking do work. Let's go put in business right now. You know what I mean? This ain't a sport for him or I. We fighting out there.
Yeah.
some dudes, like you were talking to that guy earlier, like some dudes can come in here and look beautiful as shit. You know, go in there and get on the mitts and look clean.
Yeah.
Hitting the bag all crazy, and they go step on the mat and get knocked the fuck out, go get hit and rattled and be like, shit, do I still want to do this? You know, like, let me run a little bit. Sure. Yeah. Chris and I, we don't have that mentality. We get hit and we come harder. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think him and I just relate on another level. And he's cornered me quite a few of my fights. And every time he's cornered me, it's like, yo, go fucking do work. You know what I mean? Get in there and let's go fucking put these hands on this motherfucker. So yeah, we just communicate on that aggressive level. And, you know, I'm excited to see him fight, man. You know, I fought, you know, the guy he's fighting. I forgot his name.
Lorenzo Hunt.
Whatever. I fought his student the last fight.
Yep.
They trained in Puerto Rico together, and yeah.
So you know, it's like, let's line these boys up, man. You go get this belt, Chris. I'm go get my belt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have my prize, and I'm excited. I'm here to put on a show. You know, I'm usually quiet and I sit back and I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, we're fighting. So I don't need to say shit. I'm gonna let my hands show you what's good. But if you got a boy in front of me talking shit like he's somebody, then yeah, you know, maybe he needs to be put in his place. So, you know, I'll play the game.
Go.
I'm a father. I'm used to handing out ass whoopings. I'm just getting out with my daughter, but
I ended up finding a picture of that night. I got it. I fished it up. Look at this.
Hey,
there it is.
Me looking all chubby.
Yeah.
Looking like you want to punch somebody right there at the after party.
I don't know if you even got a mark on you there.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, that's what I mean. And even if this guy does hit me, I love that shit, man. You ask anybody. I rarely get hit. If you look at all my MMA fights, if you could run all my MMA fights back, you can probably count how many times I've been hit in the face in all my fights. You know, it's very rare, you know, to see me get just smoked. So I'm quick and it's just natural. So I'd be elusive as shit. You know, Chris Camozzi actually calls me the slippery salmon.
Slippery salmon. Nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I can't express to you guys though. Like I wish you guys could just feel the radiation of this
energy,
like coming out of me. Like, this guy is getting it. Like, he's getting it.
Like, yeah.
We'll be there to feel that at the weigh-ins,
Marcus,
next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. I hope he brings the energy, because you don't talk, especially if you know me. I'm respectful. I'm super respectful. If you disrespect me, I mean, where I come from, you die. People die on the street for disrespect. You die for less than that. So I'm gonna respect you. But as soon as you disrespect me, you cross the line, and that's the line you can't come back from. I'm sorry. You know, if you want to talk shit, but it's just playing the no. You played the game. You played the wrong game. So let's get it. You know, you're gonna get it either way, but it's just gonna be that much more. I'm trying to take everything.
I love it, man.
There's no respawns in this game. Is that what you're saying?
Respawns, man. And I get to fight in front of my home crowd again. This will be the second time, like, since I was an amateur. So it's gonna feel good, and I don't know. I can't.
Do you know that you had told us that you made your pro debut in that building against Justin Gaethje?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
12 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
In that same building, you will be on the final fight card that the First Bank Center will ever have, because they're gonna be tearing it down soon. You hear that?
Yeah, I know that. How amazing is that? Like,
isn't that crazy?
Start my career there, and I get to end that building's career there. Like,
that's pretty wild.
Yeah, things happen like that with me all the time. Like, I fought for Ring of Fire, and then they merged into LFA, and then to like Legacy or something, and then those two promotions, and then those two promotions came together and turned into LFA, it was RFA and then turned into LFA. Because they combined, and I fought on all three of those promotions. Like, I was one of two people to fight on all three of the promotions. Like, just stuff like that happens with me. It's, you know, it's just the universe. You know, like, I believe in the energy. I believe in, you know, putting your energy in the right place and honing in on it. And you know, and seeing the little signs that people look by. So, you know, that's just another one.
We feel it, dude. We can feel the energy right now. We
Shit.
feel the energy every time we go out. Every time
Yep.
we go out to Denver, we say it all the time.
Like my weight's on point, my body's on point. My last fight, I was just heavy, you know. Like I missed weight. Like I've never missed weight. I fought Pat Healy on fucking 4-day notice. Cut weight and made weight on the 3rd day, fought on the 4th day. I cut 28 pounds in 3 days, made weight at 155 and fought for a title fight. And that was I had just came off of a fight with Thiago Alves, and I took a week off, came in Monday night. They asked me to fight, cut 28 pounds and fought Pat Healy 2 weeks later. Like, and I still made weight. So I was a little upset that I missed weight by, it was only 0.3. But, you know, I take a lot of pride in making weight, because that shows that you're a pro. You know what I mean? That shows that you're there. Guys that miss weight, they're lazy. They're shitters. You know, I don't mess with those guys. If you don't have the mentality to put in the work and get after it and make the weight and be a pro, then, you know, I don't really fuck with you. But, you know, so I was a little upset with myself. So this time I'm feeling good, looking good. The weight is at what it is. It's not going to change. And, you know, my body's on point, my speed's on point, my power is ridiculous. And I got my coach right here with me, Owen. You know, he's been working with me on my hands, getting some new combinations going, getting the BKFC feel going with the MMA and the boxing, just doing that little merge, and playing with little different angles and movements and hand fighting. Like, it's just been fun to just create new movement. And I'm excited to get in there and have fun. And
you don't sound like you're excited.
I'm gonna be vicious. I'm gonna be terrifying, and you're gonna hear everything. You're gonna hear every time I hit this boy. You know what I mean?
Dude, how fucking cool is it that, like, you have 25 years of combat sports experience with wrestling and judo and boxing and then MMA, and now here you are, 34 years old, you know, 1-0 in the BKFC, learning a brand new sport and saying what you're saying right now. It's like you're learning something brand new, and you've been in it for 20 something years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like this sport's never, you never stop learning. You never stop growing, man. Like this mat is your canvas, man, and you're the brush, and you're always going to be, you know, learning something different. The moment you stop learning, man, stop fighting. You know, the moment you start thinking you know everything, you know, hang it up. Because you never stop, man. Your game should always be evolving. You should always be learning something new, tweaking things, seeing things from a different perspective, you know. And then not only that, you should be helping other people see it from that perspective, because you're there, you know. And that's one of my biggest things. I come in at night, and that's when a lot of our open classes are here. So I'll stop what I'm doing, and I'll go jump in there and be like, yo, this is why you're doing this. This is why this movement is important. This is the mindset behind it, you know, because a lot of people move and do things because they're told, but they haven't been through the trenches. They haven't been through the 1, 2, 3 in the fight, and they don't understand it. So it's you know, I feel like it's my duty, if I'm here and I care about my team and I care about the people that come in here, you know, that I'm going to step out of my lane and be like, hey, look, you know, everybody bring it in. This is why we're doing this. All right. I see you guys doing X, Y, and Z, but put this mindset behind it. You haven't been there yet, but this is why. So start feeling it, start thinking it, and start using it in that perspective. And, you know, when I get to do that and I get out there, it starts putting my mind into another realm and another level of understanding within myself when I'm in there moving, and like, oh yeah, that's why I do this. You know, because when you do something, you look at yourself in the mirror every day, right? You don't see the change. You don't see the change. You see me two years ago, right? And then I see you and I'm like, damn, bro, you lost a lot of weight. You look great. You look different. In your mind, you're the same person. You haven't changed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I had to take a second and step back for myself and be like, dude, I've been doing this for so long. I have a lot of experience. Like, I need to give myself more credit. I need to start sitting down, being patient, stop moving so fast, and see, like, I have this. I have all of these tools, and let me start utilizing them. Let me start playing with them. You know, take a second and see the big picture, see what other people see. Don't just see what I see through my lens. You know, so I've been taking a step back and just watching myself from a different perspective, and getting that different mindset, and being like, all right, bet, like, I have all this, and I need to use it, and I need to share it.
Well, we were talking a little bit earlier about your opponent being in the comments last night, and he wasn't here all night tonight, but he literally just popped in the comments 4 minutes ago. And
What's
he
up?
says, Marcus, I will expose you. You are full of shit. What he said. He had more to say last night, but he's probably like, "Fuck, I put all my shit out there last night."
Like I said, he can say whatever he wants to say. Like I said, he's gonna have to step in front of me come Friday night, and we gonna see who's exposed. Look at your record. Look at mine. Look at the people you fought. Look at the trash people you lost to. Like, get out of here, boy. Like, get out of here, man. There's levels to this shit, man. I'm telling you right now, you're about to enter a level that you're not ready for. You should probably got an easier fight than this. Step your game up and keep climbing that ladder and building your confidence, because I'm about to shatter you. Like, every time you go into a fight, after this fight, you're going to see my face, and I'm going to take that piece of you, and you're going to think of me every time. Should I be doing this? That motherfucker did something to me. He changed me. So I'm just letting you know. You can say what you want. Talk your little shit. Friday comes. We throw in these hands, baby.
I love it.
Nice.
I love this.
Nice. I can't wait. See, this is the thing. This is why it's great. And I love this person. This is something that Kyle and I started a while ago just because we're passionate about the fight game. We love BKFC and talking to all the fighters. But like, just having you on this show, I guarantee that every single person that is reading these comments right now, this fight has moved way up to the top of their list. You know what I mean? Like, because yeah, they might have seen you fight before on the Jay Jackson. They already wanted to see you fight, or maybe they didn't. And this is the first time they're seeing you, but now they see the back and forth. And I'm telling you, you start gaining traction there. And like, I know I am. I know this fucking fight's way at the top for me. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I cannot wait, because I don't know much about Michael Mano besides his first fight. And then I saw your fight against Jay, and we're buddies with Jay. We've been to a lot of his fights, actually. We friggin' sat with him for like 4 hours at the damn airport when we got stuck there the last time we were with him. Before your fight, actually, I think it was in Virginia, I think, when we saw him. But anyways, like, like, I already wanted to see the fight. I want to see it even more,
Yeah, hey, check
awesome.
Let's just put it like this. If Jay fights this dude, Jay would kill this guy. Think about it. Jay will demolish this dude. If you compare their stats, their fight styles, Jay will work this guy, finish this guy. What did I do to Jay? Let's just be real. I took a piece of Jay, and that's a fact. The way he looked after the fight, he didn't look the same. He didn't talk to me the same. We didn't communicate the same. It's hard to look into a man's face when he takes your fucking pride. When he takes your manhood, it's hard to look at him. You come around that fool, you look down. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but it's just the way it is. It's a fight game. There's alphas in this fucking place, and there's alphas, and then there's real alphas. And when you come around, when there's an alpha in his little group, let's just say Mike Mano or whatever the fuck his name is, he's an alpha in his little backyard garage. Yeah, he's an alpha. And then he steps into a room with a real alpha. He's going no, and he's going to bow down. He might have some pride about him. He might try to nut up, act out of character, start questioning himself in his brain, because that's not the way he acts, and then he's gonna put himself so high that he's gonna have to try to meet that level, but he's gonna meet a motherfucker that's already at that level, and he's gonna understand what's up. And those of you that are watching that know what I'm talking about, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So this is just facts. I'm just speaking facts. I know I live this life. So you can expose me all you want, baby, but I live this life, and that's a fact.
Wow. Big Ben wants to remind you that the fight is on Friday. Just remember that it's Friday when you're at the weigh-ins on Thursday. He says, remember the fight is Friday.
I'm respectful. Like I said, respectful. But if he puts his hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands on him, and that's a fact. Don't fucking touch me. I'm letting you know right now, if you're watching, you touch me, you might go to sleep before the fight happens. I'm just telling you the truth. That's how it worked. I'm real out here. I ain't one of these guys that are gonna let you push me and hold me back. No, I'm coming after your head, boy. Don't test me. I'm just telling you. I don't care about getting fined. I don't care about none of that shit. You want to talk shit? You want to be disrespectful? I'm gonna treat you with that same type of energy. That's a fact. I'm just being 100% with you, bro.
Holy shit. Well, hey, we have had you on here for about 35 minutes, and we appreciate all your time, brother. And we wanted to talk to you last night. Thank you so much for coming on here. I usually would say, do you have any more words for your opponent? I think you've said it all. Anything else you want to say to anyone before we get you out of here, buddy?
Inches, man. Hey, thank you to everybody that's been on this road with me, my family, my girl, my coaches. Like, I mean, besides this little bitch ass nigga that's in the comments talking shit that I'm about to put my hands on, thank all you guys. You know what I mean? I appreciate, you guys being here, taking 30 minutes, listening to me talk my shit. But now you get to see me do my shit, and all this talk will match up. You'll see. Tune in. Right. You'll see somebody die. Y'all want to see a dead body? Let's go.
Well, dude, thank you so much for giving us so much of your time tonight. We'll let you get back to training, get back to doing whatever you're doing, and we will catch up with you next week at the weigh-ins. All right, brother?
Appreciate you.
All right, Mike, you got anything else for him?
Nah, man, thank you so much. Looking forward to next week so much.
Oh,
show. All right, man, we'll see you.
Later, man.
Thanks, buddy. There he is, Marcus Edwards. Listen, there's something special about fighters that can sell their fights. You know what I mean? Like, we get excited to see all these fights anyways.
Yes.
But when we have this is what I like so much about doing this show. This card, BKFC 50. Mm-hmm. A lot of people know the Camozzi and Lorenzo Hunt fight is the top of the bill, and everyone's excited about that. But there was a lot of people that were like, man, they got to throw some bigger name. They got to throw some bigger name fights on this card. It's BKFC 50. It's the 50th one. It's number 50. They should fucking load this one up. And they didn't load it up with like super well-known superstars, but they did load it up with stars from that area of the country. Marcus Edwards being one of them, Cuddly Bear being another one, and we just learned that we have Andrew Strode on there, who's another up and comer from Denver. When we get these guys on here, and Marcus does what he just did right there, that makes everybody want to watch him fight 100 times more than they did 40 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I get it. Everybody knows we're all adults. We've been around enough people to know that there's introverts, there's extroverts. Like, we know people can talk. Some people don't. Some people don't like to talk until you come at them. And then, you just don't know what kind of personality you're going to get. But I got to tell you, if you are a fighter and you plan on making this a career, which, I mean, in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck would you mess around with just fighting for fun one time or two times, right?
Right.
Make it a career. Do it. Go all the way in. Please, if you're not a talker, go to like a class. Go to a class for public speaking. Learn how to talk. Go to an acting class. Do what you need to do, because I'm telling you, you will be able to help your career so much if you do that. You go from a nothing, like you could go from an absolute zero. You can be awful. You could lose like half your fights, not all of them, but at least to be somewhat good to fucking get in the public eye. But you can be losing. You can be on a losing streak and still get better fights and more money than the guys that are on the winning streak. If you can,
look at fucking, like, Jorge Masvidal's great and he's a legend, right? But he was on like a 4-fight losing streak, getting a fucking title
fight. Yeah,
you know what I mean? And like And Chael Sonnen is the greatest example of this of all time.
Never lost.
Beat every champion of every organization that ever lived. But in reality, you look at his record, he has like 15 losses or something. Like
beat up a lot.
He's like 29.
He beat up a lot of people.
He did. He beat up a shitload. He's like 29 and 12 or 29 and 15. But he did lose, double-digit fights. He's the greatest that ever did it with the mic in his hand. Any, like Mike just said, any fighter that's on the come up that is a little shy, a little nervous to talk, look at the biggest names in the industry that have made it, and they're all fucking brilliant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to be a complete asshole, because I know people don't want to go out there and don't want to say like I think Joe Ivy might have said it earlier. Like, if he loses, meaning Marcus Edwards, this is going to be really bad or really embarrassing. It's going to be embarrassing, right?
Yep.
Which is true. The more shit you talk, then if you do lose, of course, it's going to look worse on you, because then you got all these clips, and then the guy who beats you goes, "Oh, you talked all that shit." Blah 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 blah. However, after the fight, if people were all about it, they're going to forget about that knockout, basically, because once he starts talking shit again to someone and they talk shit back to him, everything goes out the window that happened before that. Like that, who cares how he lost? We're just worried about the shit talking that's happening right now in our face. That's all that people that's all they care about. I mean, that is what it is. Like, you do have to win. It is great to win and everything, but if you know how to talk, it's an extra added layer. I hate when people go, I'm a company guy. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? When you say you're a company guy, does that mean you'll take less money to fight? Does that mean that you'll does that mean you'll wait a year to fight if the company asks you? Does that mean if the company gives you somebody that's way out of your league and you shouldn't get it, you'll fight them just because you're a company guy? Fuck that shit. What is that company guy? I don't know why people say that. Like, I'll do whatever. I'm a company guy. What are you talking about? You're a subcontractor. You're not a company guy. I promise you. You know who's a company guy? The matchmaker. You know who's a company guy? The guy who makes the graphics. You know who's a company guy? You know what I mean? The president of the company. That's the company guy. You are a subcontractor. You need to fend for yourself. You need to look out for your own career. You need to learn how to act, and you need to do it well. Period. That's how you get money in this sport. I don't care if you don't like it. It's the truth. It
is. I mean, the number one guy in bare knuckle fighting, the biggest star in the organization, Lorenzo Hunt, is a perfect example. Lorenzo Hunt but Lorenzo's a great fighter, but he's also great on the mic. We have said it a million times. Every time the guy speaks, it's fucking gold. Like, he does himself a favor by fucking people up in the ring, but also absolutely demolishing it every time he puts a mic in front of him. Every time there's a mic in front of his face, he has something to say. And like, I think Lorenzo's he's good at having loaded comments. Like, he has some things already in his pocket that he knows he's going to say, but he's also good on the fly. He has gotten better and better as his career has gone on.
Yeah.
And he's a perfect example, dude.
He just does things to piss people off, even if he's just at the fights. He's just a guest at the fights, basically. And he is pissing people off because he has 2 belts on him. And it gets everyone mad.
Big Ben says, except for his last interview.
Wear a belt and another belt down here, and then he gets fucking, and he pisses people off. But that's what he does, and he knows what to do. So
yeah, absolutely fucking awesome interviews tonight. I mean, it was a great conversation with all these guys. Thank you very much to Andrew Golden Boy Yates. He is down to fight anytime, anywhere, anybody. He is that guy. He's out of Vanderlei Silva's camp. You know what I mean? Fucking beast. He's back. Thank you for coming on tonight. Cary Caprio is fighting Andrew Strode. We had both of those guys on tonight. They're both ready to go. Cary Caprio, tough guy, 1-0, impressed us in his first one. Excited to see him back. And Andrew Strode, man, he blew our minds with all the shit that he's done. 175 AMI fights, 12 national amateur titles, and a 6-3 pro fight, pro career, making his way over. So thank you to both of them for coming on. We're excited to see that fight. Of course, that one right there on the screen, Yates and Torres. But big thanks to Marcus Edwards for jumping on here tonight. He was supposed to come on last night. That whole mix up, sometimes the time zones really fuck with us, Mike. Don't
It's happened more often than people really even know about.
It really does. It happens a lot. Like, people get fucked up with the Eastern, Central, Mountain Time, fucking West. It does. But you know what? We fucking drive on. So thank you to Marcus Edwards. We're really excited about that fight too. Mike and I don't have a show. We're going to do a show next Wednesday. We're probably not going to have a show next Thursday. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Either Wednesday or Thursday. We'll have it one of those days during the day, though.
It won't be our regular time. We're going to be doing something out in Denver next week. I promise we'll get something going, and it'll be a good time. So just pay attention to our pages, our Instagram, our Facebook, and make sure that you're telling all your friends to subscribe to the YouTube channel and following us on our social medias, because the bigger footprint we have, the better opportunities come along, and the more we can help. Yeah, check out my MySpace. DJ Tony says, you guys on MySpace?
Yes, check out MySpace.
What was the dude that everybody was friends with on MySpace back then?
We got a couple of AOL chat rooms going.
Yeah. Was it Tom? Tom,
yeah.
Everybody was friends with. Yeah, Tom was your first friend on MySpace. That's funny.
Yep.
Anyways, make sure you're doing all that shit. And thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight. We will student out of the week. Student out of the week. Mike, do you got a student out of the week?
Student out of the week.
You got one?
I don't know. I do. I mean, shit, not for the show really, but I mean, I guess I could say that there's this one guy. Okay, I don't know who this guy is. No, this is horrible, really. Last night we were talking, Russ and Kyle and I, we have a little chat, that group chat that we talk to each other in. And I came across a news article yesterday of a guy who left his kid in his car and the kid freaking died.
How long was the kid in the car?
All day. And he goes, "Oh, I forgot the kid was in the car." How do you forget your kid is in the friggin' car, guy? That's murder. That means you had a kid, you didn't want to take care of the kid, so you left the kid in the car, and you were like, "I'm just gonna say I left my freaking kid in the car." How that happened? I see that all the time, right? Tell me you've seen these articles where people are like, "Oh, this person left the kid in the car for 2 hours." This guy's a freaking I think this was in. Oh fuck! I don't remember the country, but whatever, it's Spain or something like that. And
that's not a stunad. That's a fucking.
He's a fucking
demon
piece of shit,
scumbag piece of shit.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind though, because I can't understand how you can do that. How can you do that?
When I used to work in the when I used to work in the casino, we used to make jokes about people leaving their kids in the car because, like, in your mind,
gamble.
In your mind, you think people are not that disgusting to do that, but like,
yeah, but they are.
This kid that his nickname was
left
Jerk.
The AC on.
One time, Jerk's in the elevator because the escalators were broken. We're in the casino and we're going, and it's a full elevator, and there's like 6 or 8 people in there. And they're all getting ready to go in there and spend their life savings in the fucking Mohegan Sun. And Jerk goes, "She should be okay in the car for 8 hours, right?" And we're like, "What?" He goes, "I cracked the window. She should be fine." And like everybody in the fucking elevator like looks over and it goes ding, and he just walks out the fucking thing.
Oh,
like,
that son of a bitch. Everyone's like, "Wait, what was that guy saying?"
She should be okay, right? I mean, I left her.
Some people are real pieces of shit. Now here we go. Actually, let's lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Stu Not of the week. Anybody who believes that this is real, you're a Stu Not.
Like I said, that looks like Nolan sculpted that at Musquamaket Beach. I hope I'm
not apologizing next week when they're like, "No, actually, that is real."
It looks like if you got pissed off at like the family next to you at the beach and their kid has been working on that all afternoon, you just walk over there and stomp that shit in the sand.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Mike.
Oh, I do. I get mad at people at the beach. I do.
I know you do.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. I hope you guys.
I got one more thing. Hold on. Before we get out of here, I did I add this freaking picture? I wanted to add this here. Hold on a second. It's going to take me 1 second. I'm going to walk you through this, guys. I'm going to walk you right through it as I upload this picture, and I'm wasting time, and here it comes.
Oh,
BKFC Utah tryouts.
Yeah, Utah tryouts, September 23rd. So the day after. Man, Lytle's a busy man, so he's going to be in Denver on Friday the 22nd. Hop right on a fucking red eye.
He's going to Utah.
He's going to Utah. We're going to Utah. Yeah, get over there, man. I love that they're having these tryouts more and more often all over the place. There's always a big name at every one of them. So fucking awesome, dude. And a seminar to follow. So I'm assuming the seminar is put on by Chris Lytle.
Seminar.
He's hosting the tryouts and then putting on a seminar.
They're doing a seminar in Utah.
Yeah. Too bad Britain can't go. That's her birth. Oh, Utah. That's right.
Her birthplace. Yeah, that's a little BKFC factoid from Mama Monica. She's telling you that Britain was born in Utah.
Yep, there he is.
That's fun fact right there.
That's it. So
we wanted Britain to come on the show this week, and she's a little bit busy. So we'll see her next week because she's going to be in Denver, I heard. So we will catch up with her there.
She is not. Hey, dude, she's not the only champion that's going to be in the audience out there. We're hearing a few. It's going to be a big crowd for BKFC 50 next week. So thank you all for tuning in. Thanks all our guests for coming on. If you're not watching the fights next week, you are fucking wrong. Get the app. Use our referral code. It's in our Instagram bio, and we're getting the fuck out of here. Mike, you got anything else?
No, I don't.
All right, peace.